just a wonderful turnout, and we basically used all the chairs that we have in this hall, which is a pretty good event and great for the organizers. And it tells me the community is quite interested. So nice seats up here. So what we're going to do now, a very similar format. Each candidate for council is going to get a minute to a minute and a half to tell us very quickly a bit about themselves. You get a chance to take a quick look at who they are. Some of them will be, most of them will stand up for this first part, but we won't have them jumping up and down the way Cameron and Darren did back and forth on all the questions, because there's just too many and it'll take a while. So it might be a little hard for some in the back to see, but expect some to stand up to project their voice. Others will just sit and respond as we go through these. So they'll start with their opening response of who they are and give you a chance to judge their issues and policy and character. And then we'll go to the prepared questions, which are exactly the same prepared questions. What do you think the 5 key issues are? And issues on infrastructure and planning. And then we'll open it up again. And what I'm going to try and do is bring the questions around. About 5 after 9, I want to bring the 2 mayoralty candidates back up here. And then maybe take about 10 or 11 minutes where we have all the candidates here and open questions that can be directed wherever they are. So I'm going to start alphabetically here. So we'll start with Warren Allen, go all the way down to Keith Thurkel on their opening statements. When I ask the questions, because we don't want to go in exactly the same order, I'll probably reverse the questions or start in the middle and work around, so that the first person doesn't always get the owner's problem of being first, and the last one doesn't get the benefit of listening to all the good responses and polishing his remarks. So we'll start, if we can, with Warren Allen.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you to the associations and the Senior Center for the opportunity to speak with you this evening. My name is Warren Allen, and as some of you know, I grew up in Sechelt and went to grade school here and later to high school at Elphinstone. My family has owned property in Summit Park since that time, and I recently purchased the family property along with one of my sisters, where I now reside. I have 2 grown children that I'm very proud of, presently attending university at UBC and the University of Saskatchewan. I am a real estate appraiser by profession and have been appraising residential properties on the Sunshine Coast since returning in 1996. My reasons for seeking re-election: it's important to me that community values are valued and respected whenever council makes decisions about our community. Our OCP and vision plan should be requirements for development and not viewed as impediments to someone else's idea of what's good for us. I believe I have always represented our community's values well in debate at council, and Sechelt now, more than ever, needs a council and a new mayor that will respect and protect our quality of life from overdevelopment and poorly planned growth. Now that we have our vision plan completed and are in the process of incorporating it into our official community plan, on November 15th, we need a strong council that is ready to walk the talk. Thank you. And, oh yeah, please don't forget to vote for me.
This one doesn't seem to be working, but I'll try and get it if I can. And I'm going to introduce the names just because those at the back may not be able to see the name tag. So that was Warren Allen, and now we have a new candidate, Dwayne Burnett.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dwayne Burnett. And first of all, I'd just like to thank all of you who inspire me every day in this community, and you deserve a huge round of applause yourselves. This community is very inspirational and very well done every day, everywhere I go. Thank you very much, all of you. I would just like to say as well a thank you and a shout out to all of those people that are in Gibson's right now at the ferry open house that can't be here with us, so I'd like to give a shout out to them. That's something that concerns all of us, is the ferries and transportation. My background is a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science complemented with Earth Sciences at the University of British Columbia. Many of you may know me as the terminal supervisor at BC Ferries Langdale, who gave you that friendly hello and enjoy the cruise. My recent hat has been as a photographer in the community, where I've met many of you and learned a great deal about the community, and again, very inspired by this community. I think that what I'm standing for here tonight is to green our economy and to make our future of Sechelt greener and something that will have clean air, clean water, clean watersheds for everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Dwayne, and the man we all know, Stan Dixon.
Hi, my name is Stan Dixon. I just want to start off by saying thank you to everybody. The dedication from the Sunshine Coast to myself to make me repay, because it was the community that grew me up. I've been an orphan since I was about 14. But I just want to let you all know truthfully about my personal life. I've got 3 stepdaughters and a daughter and a son. The son lives in Duncan. The girls all live in North Van. The oldest one is nearly 40. The youngest one is about 36. And they all have children, so I am a grandfather of about 13 or 14 kids. Lori's got to count them all out when they come around, because they love coming to Sechelt in the summer. And we'd love to leave it like that. So all the things that we work with the regional board is very important to us. We need parks. I watch TV very often in regards to what's being happening in the political scene in the United States. And it seems to me it's only the Sunshine Coast that does not have enough parks for the people. If the mayor was going to call a big open session in front of the library right now, we'd probably have more people in here than we would out there. So we need more space. I'm glad for Kinnickinnick Park and all the other parks that are there. But so the dedication to them kind of social things have to happen. We have a very big social problem in drugs and alcohol. I'd like to work on some of those things. All these other things about infrastructure and all that are going to come into play with the new council, but we got to deal with people, communications, education, and have more students entering and understanding what the politics is all about. Thank you, that's my starter for now. I know Bruce will forgive me.
It's not that I would forgive Stan, but I worked with him long enough to know that nobody can really stop him. So Stan Dixon and Alice Janice.
Good evening. It's great to see you all here tonight. I'm Alice Janish. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay, I'll
Keep
keep
it
going.
quite close now.
First, a brief word about my background. I am a retired securities lawyer. We have chosen to live in Sechelt because we love the small town atmosphere here, and it's so close to our daughter and son-in-law in Vancouver. I have been following council activities closely for several years, and I'm a candidate in this election because I'm concerned about the way Sechelt is being governed. I've been hearing the same concerns that I have from voters about rampant development approvals, enough, by the way, for the next 20 to 30 years in the recent past, the lack of transparency and responsiveness, and the tendency to allow some things to slide, infrastructure being a prime example. In response to these concerns, I want us to have government that values and responds to community participation, government that is conducted according to the requirements of provincial law, sustainable development that complements our small town character, wise and economical spending of our tax dollars, planning for infrastructure needs and getting the provincial grants necessary for large projects, and keeping commitments that have been made to the community. I have the time, the energy, and the background to contribute to our government and our community, and I am